Live. Anita, good morning. Anita, the first one, Aska. Here I am. You know me. I'm always early. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Luisa, Kay. We are in Instagram, Facebook, and taping my YouTube channel. Flores, Cecilia, good morning. We are going a little bit earlier today, but it's all good. Trying to reconnect. Here we go, Facebook. Always has an issue. Let's see what Facebook is doing. Let me go back here to settings. Facebook always has an issue, unfortunately. Let's try to figure out what is happening with Facebook. See if we can reconnect. Right. Okay, reconnected on Facebook. Thank God. I'm always getting better. And this is the whole thing in life. You always have to continue to learn. And this is what I talk in my book number 2. You know, one of the secrets for aging successfully or maturing successfully, you have to continuously learn. Cognitive power. That is my book number 2. But today, the book we are going to be utilizing today is my book number 3. So if you have book number 3, take it out, have it handy, and then we can work on it. Okay, so I'm gonna few seconds, and I'm gonna start. I have. Let me see how many points that I want to make today. I want to make 13 points, okay? So today's theme is about no begging, living life without begging, and embracing your power. When you make the choice, when you recognize that you don't have to beg, that you don't have to jeopardize or compromise yourself for other people to appreciate and to love you, then you come into that conclusion. You don't have to beg in life. Okay? So, hello, Rose. Good morning, beautiful. I'm great, Rose. It's so nice to have you here. Okay, so we're gonna wait like 15 seconds. Let's take a deep breath, because today is all about you empowering yourself to let go of mediocrity, begging, or allowing other people to set expectations about you. And because you want to be loved, you settle for less. We don't want to do that, okay? We don't want to do that anymore, because I hope you are in the chapter of your life. Well, let me ask you this question. What is this chapter of your life? This chapter of your life is about what? It's about living without begging. So let's go. Ready to go? I'm ready. And I'm going to go point by point, so I make sure we do everything that we're supposed to do. There is a moment in life of clarity in which you profoundly recognize that your worth has never been tied to what other people think about you, how they treat you, or whether they choose to stay or to walk away. So one of the points that we reach this profound clarity as we mature mentally, spiritually, physically. So there is a moment, it is an aha moment, and that aha moment. Let me calm down. I get so excited, man. I love what I do, and because I love what I do, I get excited. So I have to slow myself down. Holy Spirit, come in here. Help me, please. Okay, so there is, because what happened is, it happens to me. There is a moment in life that you recognize that your worth has never been tied or associated or has nothing to do with how other people think about you, how they treat you, or whether they choose to stay or walk away. It is a wisdom that is born out of experience, life experience, and lesson that you learn. You learn your lesson. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay structured with the points, and then we're going to go explaining. So you learn your lesson about number one, that your worth has never have anything to do with other people's opinions about you. And I think that's very clear for a lot of people, that you recognize that your worth has nothing to do with how people think or feel about you. Point number two, your value is unshakable. And you don't have to be begging to anyone for love, attention, or validation. Another point that you have to indicate that also comes as we go through this beautiful journey of life, that your value is unshakable. So don't let anybody shake your worth. And that's what we make the mistake sometimes, that we allow other people to make us doubt about who we are. But point number two, your value is, or your worth is unshakable. You are not here to beg for anyone's love, attention, or validation. Repeat, you are not here in this life to beg. You don't have to be begging for anybody's attention. Get this? You don't have to beg for anybody's attention or validation. This time in your life of self doubt is gone. You have to put it in the past. That's that time in your life that you will always doubt in yourself about your worth, about your essence, or who you truly are. Let it go. It's gone. You have nothing to do with it. Point number three, this time or this chapter of your life is about standing firm in the knowledge of who you are. Standing firm in the knowledge of your worth and living your life unapologetically. I love that word. Unapologetically. You don't have to constantly be apologizing for who you are. Get that? You don't have to apologize for who you are. You have to stand firmly in the knowledge of your worth, of who you are as a person, your essence, and living unapologetically in alignment with your values. Once you're in alignment with your values, you don't go around apologizing about who you are. You are who you are. And the main point of this is, if you are happy and you are content and you have peace within you and you live in harmony with yourself, because the whole thing in life is not me living in harmony with other people. If I'm in harmony with me, I will be in harmony with the whole universe. So that's point number three. So you don't have to be begging in any form begging in any form is not a reflection of somebody else's power over you. Begging is not a reflection of other people's power over you, because nobody has power over you, okay? Nobody has power over you unless you give it to them. But it's a reflection of your willingness to diminish your own light. When you go into that path of apologizing and begging to be appreciated, to be valued, and that of all for you to feel important is not a reflection of the other people. It's a reflection of your own willingness to diminish your own light, your own power, your own essence. When you beg, whether for affection or acknowledgement or a sense of belonging that you have to feel you are part of the group, you're sending a message to the whole world, I am not good enough. When you beg for affection, acknowledgement, or to feel that you belong to the group, you are sending a message to the world, I am not good enough on my own. I need your approval. I need your validation. I need your permission. Wrong. You don't need any of that because you have that worth, that sense of worthiness within you all the time. But the truth is, you are already enough and you have always been plenty enough for you and for the whole world. At this time in your life, in this journey, in this chapter of your life, you don't have to plead, to beg, to be seated in somebody else's table. I know we all like to be included, appreciated, especially with family members, the people closest to us. But sometimes the people closest to us are the people who push us away by their constant criticizing, condemning, and complaining. You find that all over the place. So, but when you recognize that you have strength and wisdom to build your own table, and the people who will sitting at that table are the people who cherish you, respect you, without any conditions or games. So you don't have to be begging to be a part of the group, to be a part of this cohort. But when you recognize that you have the wisdom and the strength to build your own table, your own group, and the people who will be invited to sit at your table are the people who cherish you, respect you, without conditions or games. There is a moment in life that you are not willing to play any more games. The game is over. And this is what happens when you work on yourself personally, mentally, and spiritually. You come to that point of maturity, and where the game is over. If you don't love me for who I am, and then you have to put conditions on me to make changes so I can be a part of your life, beautiful. Have a great life. Be happy, but not with me. Okay? So this is the thing that you have to make a choice. You have to make choices on that. And sometimes those choices are not very glamorous or easy because it comes to this point of choosing. You have to make a choice between yourself and everybody else, between your worthiness, especially when your sense of worthiness is being questioned. When your essence, You have to change your essence so I can please you, so I can be a part of your life. If I have to change me to be a part of your life, like I said, have a good life, be happy, but not with me. Point number okay. Okay, point number five. And this is the thing, what gives you that power? What gives you that clarity? What gives you that wisdom? You have lived a lot of challenges. You have setback, you have storms, you have trials, distress, tribulations. You have learned. You have learned life, some of the life lessons, and we're still learning. And that is what's gonna give you the power not be begging or asking for somebody to love you that it should be given freely. What should come freely in life is people love towards you, or you loving people freely. You not put conditions to love people. That's not love. That's manipulation. That's blackmail, emotional blackmail. That lack of maturity in your part. You can tolerate that kind of behavior in a teenager. Somebody 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Oh, you don't love me because you don't let me do this. This is what teenagers do. This is what kids do. Oh, you don't love me, you don't give me that. You don't love me because you took my phone away. You know what I mean? So that's the behavior of an immature, growing up individual. You can tolerate that from teenagers, but not for an adult. Not somebody who after 30 or 40 or 20. Give me a break. This is things that it should be given to you freely, like respect, love, and kindness. If people are not willing to love you freely, to show you respect, to show you love, unconditional love, godly love, and kindness, those these three things are no privilege to be earned. I don't have to earn your love. I don't have to earn your kindness. I don't have to earn your respect. These things that you give freely, they are the baseline of, of how you deserve to be treated. I can, and this is in our in with us and okay, let me. This is so powerful, because this is about your worthiness. God created you, and God created you perfect. Your essence, your beingness, and when people just treat other people that way, it's so sickening, right? And you can, perhaps in your younger years, you tolerated to be overlooked or undervalued. When we are younger, we sort of accept it to be overlooked or undervalued. Perhaps you excuse the behavior that didn't align with your worth because you thought it was the price to pay for love or connecting with other people. But now you know better. So let's review this point. Point number 6. When you were younger, it's understandable that you overlooked, you tolerated for people to overlook you or to undervalue you. You excuse that behavior. Why? Because that you thought, oh well, this is the way for that you pray for love or for connecting with other people. So you think it was okay, but it's not okay. Now you know better. Life has taught you that true relationships, whether a romantic relationship, whether a family relationship, or whether a platonic relationship, are based on mutual respect and authenticity. You have to be authentic. In a relationship in which you cannot be authentic, walk away from it. Because you are prostituting your soul. You are prostituting your spirit. As you mature and you tolerate this kind of abuse, you don't have to do it anymore because you have wisdom. You have so many life experiences. You have so many storms, so many setbacks, so many successes, so many failures. You have a whole curriculum of life experience. Now you don't have to tolerate people who they don't respect you because you, and this is, I repeat, it doesn't matter who, whether it's romantic relationship, whether it's family relationship or platonic relationship, you have to remember that every single relationship is based on respect and authenticity. You got to be yourself. There is nothing more exciting than to be in the presence of people that we love and we like, and we can be ourselves. You can be yourself. You don't have to be feeling like you're walking in eggshells. Then that's no fun. And life is too short. I'd rather be by myself than in companionships that bring pain and aggravation. I don't need it. Point number 6. Okay, no, we did point. That was point number 6. Point number 7. There is no space for relationships where you are required to prove your value over and over again. In any relationship that you find yourself, and you constantly, repeatedly have to prove your value again and again and again, you need to walk away. There is no space for that. You don't have time for that. They don't have to sit at the front row of your movie or your theater or your table. Use any analogy that you want, but they don't have to go in the front seat in your car. You put them in the trunk. That's a great idea. You put them in the trunk. You don't have to see them. Okay. Okay. Instead of begging for love or acceptance, redirect your energy. Redirect your energy inwards. Instead, let me go back to point number, okay, we are now in point number 7. There is no space for relationships where you are required to prove your value over and over again and again. Instead of begging for love or acceptance, redirect that energy inwards. Look within. Look at the richness of your life, the challenges that you have faced successfully, the successes that you have celebrated, and the wisdom you gain along the way. That's what you do. Instead of focusing in this relationship that are causing all this aggravation, you redirect your energy. You go inwards. and you look at yourself, the tapestry of your life, the challenges that you overcame, the successes you have celebrated, the wisdom that you have gained along the path. These are the benchmarks of your worth. They remind you that you have always been good enough. Look at what you have achieved. And that is the benchmark that shows you that you have always been good enough. Not because of what you have achieved or what others see in you, but simply because of who you are. So, point number 7. If there is no space for relationship where you are required to prove yourself constantly, you don't have a space for that, you don't have time for that, you don't have energy for that. What you do, you redirect that energy and you look inside of you. Look inside. Look your achievement. Look at all the things you have been going through this beautiful life. This is my book number 1. It's just my life. So the things that you have achieved, and when you have it, and you reset your mind into what you have achieved, what you have done, then you don't have to be proving yourself to people. You don't have to prove yourself to people so they can accept you and supposedly to love you. These are the benchmarkers of your worth. That shows you how powerful you are. Look at what you have done. Look at all the things you have done in your life. You cannot be settling for this stuff. So that reminds you that you have always been good enough, plenty enough, powerful enough, smart enough, wise enough. But repeat, not because what you have achieved. I'm not enough because of what I have done or the successes or failure. It's about who you are. It's because of who you are. And because of who you are, you have achieved all that. But that's because of who you are. Point number 8. Another thing that happens when you beg for love, acceptance, tolerance, sense of belonging, you diminish the dignity you have worked so hard to cultivate. You diminish your dignity as a human being when you start begging for love, acceptance, sense of belonging, tolerance, validation, you name it. You diminish the dignity you have worked so hard to cultivate. Dignity has nothing to do with pride or ego. It is about self-respect. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be treated with kindness, care, not because you have earned it, but because it's your birthright. Point number 8. I will read your comments, and when I'm finished with all the points, I just want to stay focused, and I read you guys in a minute. In a minute. Let me calm down. Have a drink. Point number 8. Begging also diminished the dignity you have worked so hard to cultivate. Dignity is not about pride or ego. It is about self-respect. I will never get tired of emphasizing self-respect that affects everything in your life. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be treated with kindness and care. Not because you have earned it, but it's your birthright. And a lot of people have that mentality that you have to earn it. It's my birthright for you to be kind to me, to be nice to me, to be um, to treat me with respect. So most people have that mentality. You have to earn it. No, I don't have to earn it. It's my birthright for you to love me, for you to respect me, and treat me with kindness. That is the right. That is the right mentality. That is the right attitude. But we have it backwards. In most things in life, we have it backwards. No, you have to earn it. No, you respect me because I'm a human being, because it's my birthright. Every time you choose to walk away from someone or something that requires you to beg, you affirm that dignity. Do you teach the world how to treat you by the way you treat yourself? When do you affirm your dignity? You affirm your dignity when you choose to walk away from this type of people. You're affirming your dignity. Staying in that toxic relationship is deteriorating your integrity, your self-respect. So what happened? Then I'm teaching the world how to treat me. I'm teaching you how you can treat me based on how I treat myself. The way treat you treat yourself, then you're teaching other people how to treat you. If you don't respect yourself and you abuse yourself, blah, 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 that's exactly what you are teaching. What you tolerate, you teach. And the way you treat yourself, you are teaching others how to treat you. Also, point number 9. If you want me to repeat any of this point, I will. So I don't know if you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. But anyway, point number 9. Also, this point of your life is about generosity. But when we're talking about generosity, it's not the type of generosity that drains you, but the kind that comes from an overflow of abundance within. At this point in your life, in this stage in your life, in this chapter of your life, also we cultivate the generosity, but not a kind of generosity that drains you. That's not a good generosity. That's not healthy. But the kind of generosity that comes from an overflow of abundance within. You have that overflow. Remember, your cup is not half full, half empty. Your cup is overflowing. I never agree in my life with, your cup is either half empty or half full. No, I always felt my cup is overflowing from day one. From day one, since I had use of reasoning, I understood that concept. My cup is not half empty or half full. It's always overflowing. When you understand your worth, you no longer beg for love. Instead, you give it freely to those who reciprocate it. Recognizing when you recognize your worth, you don't going through life begging for love. Instead, you give it freely. But you give it freely to those who reciprocate your love, your respect, your kindness, your tenderness. That is the people you choose to share your value and your worth. Not with the naysayers, not with the complainers, not with the ones criticizing, condemning, and complaining constantly. Point number 10, you no longer looking, chasing validation. At this stage in your life, you don't chase, no chasing, no begging, no chasing, no begging. You're not chasing the people to validate you. Why? Because you have learned to validate yourself. That is powerful. You have learned to validate yourself. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that powerful? Yeah. You no longer cling to relationships that don't nourish you. You become your own source of strength. Point number 10. You stop chasing. You're not looking for validation anymore because you have learned to validate yourself. You have learned not to cling, attach yourself to relationship that they don't nourish your soul. Why would you be with that in a relationship that doesn't nourish you physically, mentally, spiritually? It doesn't make any sense to me. So when you don't look for this anymore, it's because you have recognized as you go within, that you are your own source of strength. And when I talk about that, doesn't mean that that sources of strength is not only coming from your physical strength, your mental strength, but mainly it's coming from your spiritual strength. That's the real deal. When you connect with that spiritual power, energy, strength, source, you are invincible, unshakable. You are the greatest. There is a price to pay. Once you do this work, once you come into the realization, into this wisdom, when you recognize your worth, when you recognize your essence, you also recognize that you need to embrace solitude. When it's necessary, which is all the time. In my case, I embrace solitude 24/7. It's the best friendship, companionship that you can cultivate. Start cultivating the happy habit of solitude. Once you invest in solitude, you recognize that being alone is far better than being in the companionship of those they don't see your value. It's better to be alone, which you're never alone because you're always with yourself. It's much better. This is we are in point number 11. Point number 11. Understanding your worth also means embracing solitude. Embracing solitude means recognizing that being alone is far better than that being in company of those who don't see your value. Good morning, Gabriela, Caro. People, you have to stop it. You gotta become stronger. If you can't continue to be hanging around people that they don't see your value. You have to be, you know that the power, well, how can I tell you? It's a no. You don't have to be around these people who don't value you. Solitude, and this is another thing. People confuse solitude with loneliness. Solitude is not loneliness. You're never alone. If you are in your companionship, you have to see yourself, and this is the problem, that we don't see ourselves in the three entities that we are. We have a body. We know we have a body because this is what you have your body. So that's how you see yourself. So you have your body, you have your mind, and you have a spirit. You have an energy, power, prana, chi, soul. Every culture has a different expression for this entity that lives within us, that is that spirit, that force, that entity. So if you connect, if you cultivate your spiritual self, you recognize in a beautiful, wonderful, powerful way that you're never alone. You have this energy that makes you, that becomes your best friend. So this concept that you alone is wrong. You never alone when you never alone because you are always with you. Whether you understand that concept right now or not, eventually it will click. It will click because we are always growing, becoming, and changing. And you have to be open to that growth, to the growing, becoming, and changing every single day. So you reach that state in which you recognize you're never alone. You have the best company in the whole universe that is your company, it's your companionship. And that companionship will never, ever, ever fail you. Everybody else will fail you. Every other companionship will fail you except your own. Because in that energy, in that power, in that spirit is God, is the God within you. It's God living in you. And your life is an expression of that energy. How you investing in that energy? What are you doing with that energy? How are you managing that energy? That is very powerful. And that's how you reflect. You reflect that energy. You reflect. Your life is a reflection of that growth. When you can reconnect with yourself, reflect in your journey and dream of what is to come. And this is what happened, that you always have dreams. You have things that are coming. But that comes from that time for your time in solitude, in the sanctuary. When you're in that sanctuary, you recognize when you go into that reflective mode, when you start reflecting, when you start evaluating, when you do an inventory of yourself, you recognize your journey and you recognize the dreams that are still coming. You recognize that you have dreams that you want to create, you want to materialize, that you want to bring those dreams from the supernatural to the natural. And you do that through your work. Point number 12. In this quiet moment when you realize that you have never been truly alone, you have always had yourself. I already explained that. Living without begging is about reclaiming your power. It's about knowing that you are a whole, complete person, capable of giving and receiving love without diminishing yourself in the process. You don't have to minimize yourself in the process. You don't have to diminish yourself in the process. That is when you make the choice to live your life without begging. Because when you decide to live life without begging, then you're reclaiming your power. It's about knowing that you start recognizing that you are whole and complete and capable person of receiving and giving love without diminishing yourself. And we make that mistake in a lot of relationships. A lot of relationships, there's a misunderstanding that I have to diminish myself, that I have to beg or compromise. Forget about it. Okay, number 3, I think that point is so beautiful and it's so clear. It is about recognizing that the people who are meant to be in your life will meet you where you are. This is a good point. Living life without begging is about recognizing that the people who are meant to be in your life will meet you where you are. If they don't want to accept you where you are, they don't supposed to be in your life. Like I said in the beginning, be happy, but not with me. They will not require you. Oh, okay, because you know what happened is when it's the opposite, that you are forcing people to be in your life, they don't supposed to be in your life. They want you to crawl, to grapple. They want you to diminish yourself for their attention. If I want to get your attention, I have to grapple, I have to beg, I have to crawl, I have to cry, I have to minimize myself into a piece of nothing for your approval or for your attention. Hell no. You are much better than that. You are much better than that. You don't give anybody that privilege to be in your presence. These people don't deserve to be in your presence because you are the best. You are the greatest. And if you don't start valuing yourself and seeing yourself in all your greatness, in all your majesty, in all your energy and precious time. These people want this is a no. In this chapter of your life, you let go. Let go. Let go of attachment. Let go of compromising yourself. Let go of begging. Let go of crawling, groveling. Instead, you stand tall in your worth. You stand tall because you know who you are. And you know who you are not because I'm telling you, it's because you work. When you work on yourself, Like I said, when you work on your body, your mind, and your spirit, when you work on your physical body, that you want to make your body the best body that God has given you. You make that body, you work out every single day. You eat right every single day. You sleep well every single day. You eat the right food every single day. You do the thing for your body every single day. When you work in your mind, attracting and cultivating only the good thought, loving thought, kind thought, amazing thought, dreaming, expecting the best from life and expecting the best from you and from life, from God. When you work in your spirit, and then when you work in your spirit, you are far out because you are connecting directly. You are downloading the information directly from the supernatural into the natural that is you. So you stand strong, you stand tall, you speak your truth, you speak your truth with confidence and kindness. You speak your truth with confidence and kindness. You don't have to offend people. You don't have to, like the Bible said in Proverbs, slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger, and slow to be offended. So if you're going around being offended, get a grip. You don't supposed to be offended because nobody can offend you. Because for somebody to offend you, you have to value their opinion. So you have to speak your truth. You have to, and you speak your truth with confidence and kindness, not unapologetic. You don't have to apologize for what you believe. You don't have to apologize for the way you choose to live your life. Because when you choose to live your life in a righteous way, in a decent way, in which you're working on yourself constantly, and your main business is about you, your main business is about your life, and you're creating a life that is prosperous for you, it's beautiful for you, you're doing the thing that you want to do, you are developing all the power and the talents and the potential and the skill. You don't have anything to apologize for. You don't have anything to apologize for. Surround yourself with people who see your value, your worth, and totally accept you for who you are. So, in conclusion, don't be begging, walk tall, stay strong, speak your truth with confidence and kindness, surround yourself with those who see you for who you truly are, not for what they want you to be. To pronounce the T, want. Okay, now I'm taking a break. I'm gonna read. So this is my lesson today about living life, understanding your worth, and living life without begging. Are, now I'm going to be answering your question and reading your comments. Okay, comments, question that it has to do with this subject about living life with no begging. Stop begging. Unapologetic. Are, thank you so much for the flower, the prayer. Beautiful. So this is the time to ask questions about this. Rose, Gabriela, Caro, Amen. Irene says, thank you for sharing your amazing knowledge. Thank you, Karen. Make sure to like, share, and gracias. And thank you for leaving the comment. Oh, Sandra. Oh, I haven't. Sandra, redirect. Thank you, Sandra. Okay. Let me see if a previous comment that I missed. Thank you. Thank you for saying that I look amazing. I feel amazing. Let's see, I miss any comments? Are better than keeping people in my presence who do not care about them. Nobody, not everybody deserves to be in your presence. It's clear to me. Okay. Hi, Sandra. Nice to see you, beautiful. Okay, no comment, no questions. So it's time for me to redirect myself. Living rule. I don't understand Dutchess. Dutchess line. I don't speak Dutch. Okay, remember this issue, book number 3. Remember, all my 6 books are in Amazon. So for today's topic, you find that in book number 3. Those words will help to control emotions and keep dieting. Yes. Oh, great. Okay, book number 1 added and book number 3 for you guys. For all my books are in Amazon. So make sure to go into Amazon. Book number 3 is about relationships, what we're talking about today. And this is book number 1. And this is book number 2. And this is book number, oh no, yeah. Well, no, that is number 5. No, 6. I have so many. This is number 6. And this is number 2. 6 and 2, amazing. This is my last book, number 6, okay? And then we got number 4, which for people who just starting and doing this type of work, I usually recommend book 1 and 4. These 2 books together is amazing for the doing the work that I'm assuming you want to do because you're watching me. And then, of course, book number 5, Divine Destiny. It's all amazing books, beautiful, powerful books, a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. And one of the things that I always tell you guys, hi, Maria, is that, my books are no books just for reading. These books are to study. You read a book, you study your book, you assimilate the book, and after the assimilation, the comprehension, the understanding, you apply the information, and through the application of the information, it comes your transformation. If you follow those steps, you will achieve the success and the dream that you want. And of course, I will always recommend with my books, your beautiful Bible. This is the spiritual development, or you can, I don't know, but in my case, in my Bible, and this is what has taken me where I'm at today, where all my stuff come from, all the inspiration, all the knowledge, everything comes from that source. Okay, Maria, Michelle, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Today we are doing it. I just did it early because I have a commitment this afternoon. So remember, I did this early today because I have a commitment this afternoon. It is slow to be a part of the conversation. It is to be a part of the conversation, but I am at work. I'm paying attention. Thank you, Maria. I love you, baby. I love you. I was saying I'm doing it early today because I have a commitment this afternoon. So I'd rather do it earlier than not to do it. Right? It's better to do it. And besides, I was so excited about this information because this information I think is paramount in this time. I think we're living in a time that we really have to be selective in how we treat ourselves and how we teach other people to treat us and the things that we tolerate. And then because we think it's love, then we accept that abuse, that lack of respect, and all that stuff that I mentioned. So I think it's about time that we develop that profound sense of clarity and recognition of how we should be treated. Because remember what I just said, the way you treat yourself, you are teaching others how to treat you. I love it to be a part of the conversation. Oh, yeah, I read it. Okay, Carol says, people always try to derail you from goal, like when you try to eat clean and others are always presuming. Yeah, well, I did, I think in my last video, I talk about the okay, to clean, creating, you have to be proactive because when you are hanging around people that are tempting you, you have to have a plan B, not to fall into that temptation. And you can develop whether it's avoiding them, whether it's just strong enough to say no, and blah blah blah. So but my point is, Carol, you have to have a strategy that you don't fall into temptation, because that's exactly right. That is, from the spiritual point of view, that is the little devil not wanting you to reach your greatness. And for the psychological, for every, it has a different tone. I implemented not going out to eat because I get off. I implemented not going out to eat because I get off. Oh, absolutely. And that is the price you pay for success. Here, Max said, I implemented not going out to eat because I get, of course, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So you have to, and that comes, Max, from knowing yourself. When you know yourself, you know that if you go out to eat, you're gonna blow it. You're just gonna go crazy. That's the same reason I don't do, like in the beginning, I mentioned this sometime to you, to do cheat meal. I don't do cheat meal because a cheat meal for me on Friday will be cheat meal Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then you have to be. I don't think so. So staying clear and stay away from temptation and being kindly to say no, thank you very much. I'd rather have a whatever. Yes, yes, Carol. Carol did make a great point. Carol says, I have been practicing saying no, but I feel I always have to have my guard up and get exactly. But always remember this: you either pay the price for success or the price for failure. The price that you are paying, I feel the same way. You have to be on your guard. You have to be in the defensive. But what happens as you continue with your steadfast behavior of integrity and honesty with yourself, eventually, trust me, people will get it, and they will support you, respect you, and say, you know, Carol, you're so strong and you have so much discipline and you're amazing. Or setting you doing your thing that you want to do. So eventually, you either they're going to respect you or they're gonna walk away from you. And if they walk away from you, that's awesome, because these are not the people who are on your in your corner. When the people are constantly wanting to sabotage you. Thank you, Sam. Hola, hola. Okay, so this is a great point because I go through that myself. So the price, let me come down. The price I pay was that people don't invite me to social events because of what? I had a fame. I'm famed for this. I'm famed for this. I don't eat, I don't drink, and I go to sleep early. So I will go to Paris in the beginning, right after I started competing in bodybuilding, because that happened after I started competing in bodybuilding, after I became a full-time athlete. So thank you for doing. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for appreciating it. So what happened, I will leave the party early, because I have to go to sleep at 9. By 9, I have to, the 9 is late for me. So eventually, what happened, Carol, is people stop inviting me. But if I have to choose to be in a party, eating and drinking and going to bed late, and the next day, oh, it's a mess. I'd rather have my life of health. I like to get up early in the morning at 3 o'clock and do my meditation and do my walk and talk to God and talk to this part. This, oh man, it's like what you value. Eventually, keep it up. Don't get weak. Don't. Math, exactly. Good comment. Good questions. Oh, great, Alex. Yes, to buy the book. Yes, I will say get number one, and then you can buy number 1 and 3. She can get two. Number one, because you have to have number one. Number one is the rock, the foundation, and then you start building from that. Okay. Yes, Carol. No, no, I went through that, and then you know what happened? You're so happy, you don't miss the party, you don't miss the overeating, you don't miss the lack of discipline. You value the discipline. You love the way you look and feel. You love the way you look and feel, and you always have energy and so happy. I know that it's too much. What you have to gain is multiply millions and millions of time in comparison with the thing that you will lose if you go that way. Yeah, you're gonna love the books. Hola, ¿crees que a mí claro que I started at 6:59. So you are 62 years old. I started 59. 60. So it's never too late. Absolutely, it's never too late. But you gotta do it every single day. You have to have discipline. You have to have commitment. You have to get a coach in the beginning who train you. Of course, you can. You can, but you have to invest. You can do it, but you have to invest. You have to invest time, energy, and money. Lori, thank you, Lori. I love you. Besides the Bible, what other books are you reading? Right now, let me see. I read like 3 books at the same time. I have one is called The Message. Marlene, lo hice en español el martes. Vete a mi canal de YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. Vete a mi canal de YouTube. Este video está en español. Lo hice el martes. Jueves es en inglés. Tuesday es en English. So go to my YouTube channel. Mi canal de YouTube es Dr.Josefina y el video está en español. Los hago en inglés y en español. Okay, so right now, but yes, thank you so much. Yeah. Suscríbete al canal de YouTube, por favor. Okay, let me go back here. But what happened is that I'm studying it. I'm really wanted to really deeper into the scripture. I'm really into that right now. I feel like I don't read enough of the Bible because it's so much and it's so rich. It's just like I read one portion and I just stay there for weeks. Love you, Mima. I love you too. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at these muscles. Oh my God, I look amazing. I have to, when I pose, I have to bring the elbows a little bit higher, don't you think? Look better than, which one you like better? This or this? I like this. Okay, so no more questions. It's a time to say goodbye. Naira. Amazing. Los dos. You can, yes, it's hard, exactly. And a hard, yes. Esposito Jackie, mi cielo, how are you? Los dos, okay, los dos. Los dos somos. Wow. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. Amaze me when you work with diligency, discipline, commitment, mind, always stay focused in your workout. Thank you, Jackie. You are the greatest inspiration. Are, thank you so much, Jacosito. Jackie, I love you too. Okay, so we have 1 hour and 10 minutes in YouTube. Please come to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and leave some love in the comments. Okay, YouTube, I'm leaving because I don't see any more questions. I imagine everybody is very happy. I'm going to stay here on Instagram for a little bit longer. So see you next week, God willing. And remember, the books all are in Amazon. And work on your body, your mind, and your spirit. Can you spell for me how to find your Spanish YouTube? I tried and I couldn't find it. Other people have your name. Okay, Dr. Josefina. Dr. Josefina. Send me private message here in Instagram, and I send you the link with this video. Okay? Yeah, Dr. Josefina, Josefina. Doctor, Dr. D the David R, small, Josefina, Josefina. Thank you, Lori. Yes, and if you have any issue, send me a private message and I send you the link, okay? Thank you for not giving up. I like it. I like your attitude, not giving up. Okay, because most people give up. We don't give up. We don't give up. No way, Jose. We never give up. I never give up. Never give up. Good morning, Yesenia. Hola, mi cielo. How are you? We never give up. Was it I clear? Not giving up? Thank you. Did I put enough emphasis? We don't give up? Okay, here. Leg in crossing. Okay. ¡Viva Venezuela, carajo! Okay, bye, guys. It has been fun. It has been amazing. Never, ever give up. Never, baby. Never. Hell no. Hell no. We are winners. I like to win. You see all those trophies over there? See? All that, it's all trophies. All that. Will you be a Yes, I'm competing in about how many weeks from here to May 3rd? Can you somebody? I'm competing May 3rd. So tell me how many weeks out. Okay, Maria, hugs. I love you, baby. See you next week. Willing. Guys, tell me how many weeks out. Bella, mi doctora, eres mi proteína mental y espiritual. Nena, I love you. How many weeks out from here to May 3rd? Can somebody count the weeks? Okay, okay, gracias. 12 weeks out. Oh, shoot. 12 weeks out. I have to start cutting down on carbohydrates. 12 weeks? Only 12 weeks out. Hell no. 10 weeks? Don't scare me. Oh, man, I have to go. I have to start. 10 weeks is, oh my God, 10 weeks out. For real? Yesenia, no. Siempre llegas bien, mami. Only 12 weeks? For real? Can somebody confirm? I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I'm thinking like I have like 30 weeks out. Time flies for me. I don't know about you guys, but my time flies. It's just like amazing. 12 weeks out, Sandra. Okay. 12 weeks out, I better go and do cardio. I have to lose like 5 pounds of fat. From this Saturday, 12 weeks out. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. I gotta get it going. Okay, bye. you. Oh my God. And yes.